Hi, this is Philip again, and welcome back to our short course for Shopify Hydrogen 2.0 plus Remix. In this video, we will be moving forward for another part of the session 7, where the last part we discuss and demonstrate about adding the custom functionality for the newsletter form. And in this video, we're going to add a custom app again and backend stack functionality to your existing Hydrogen app. Additionally, we're going to integrate this backend stack with our native marketing tools in Shopify. I think without any further delay, let's go ahead and I will going to show you how we can make this functionality work with your Hydrogen app. Here we are. Now we are going to add a new component for this backend functionality. So I think what we need to do here, we're going to run this app, and while this mini oxygen are processing, so we're gonna proceed with creating this component. So here in the component folder, we're going to create a new file, and then we're going to name it as backendstack.tsx, and here we're going to say constant backendstack. Oh, I think there's something wrong with the name of this file name. I'm going to change it tsx. Okay, so then arrow function, and then here I will going to return this component, and I think I will just copy the one that we did in the newsletter form. I think it's the same thing, or probably we're gonna start from the where is that? I think because we added more functionality here, so I think it's better to search the same way what we did in the previous one. We're gonna say newsletter form for Tailwind, and then copy this code. I think this is fine. I want it to something like a different one, maybe probably this. Unlock, I think this is not available here, so just copy it and go back here, put it down like that, then say class name, then replace, and then there's a for HTML4. Then here I think this is an input GSX, so we're gonna change that, remove this, add slash. I think that's it. Then we're going to export this function, export by default, and then back in stack, save, and then let's try to open it in our browser. Where? Okay, so let's visit the catalog, and let's open the item that out of stock. Where is it? Here. Okay, so you see here it's already sold out. So now this product are running out of stock, so we're gonna replace this. Instead of a sold out, then we're going to change it into a backend stack form. So what we're gonna do, let's going to check on our routes. So where is the routes in our product index and the product handle? And here let's try to look at the add to cart button. Must be here somewhere here. Add to cart, it's here. So now that's for the upsell, and this is the, if is out of stock is false, then it show up this one. But if it's out of stock here, so instead of sold out, we're going to replace it with back in stock form. So we're going to inject, instead of that, I'm gonna replace it with back in stock, then save. Then let's try to open up in our preview what will be the, yes, it's here. So we're gonna change something here. I think what we need to change is the title and maybe the description. So we think we have to name it like, let's go back here, back in stock. Then here I think should I need this one? No, I think I only need the H2. Then here we're gonna say get notified when products back in stock. Save. Let's try to open the preview. What will be the changes? I think it's done. I think here we're gonna change it with uh, white color. So we're gonna change this to black. Save. And then I think we're gonna change instead of subscribe, we're going to change it as notify me. Save. Let's go back in the preview. Now it's here. So it seems the size are not properly displayed. So I think there should be somewhere here. This is a flex, and then in every flex, why it's a okay. So I need to change it with different. So I'm gonna look at here. Okay, sorry. I think I could not remember the tailwind for width over here. So I want to use something which is much easier. So here I think I'm gonna use that. And here this is the parent container, I think. If I'm right, then this is the inbox. So we're gonna replace instead of W full, then the other one will be 20, 25. One port. Should be one port. Go back here. Then here. So we're gonna say class like that. Class name. Save. Let's go back in our preview. Okay, still the same. What's going on? Flex should be 1/2. If I were going to use that 1/2. Okay, this button should be inline. So display inline black or white space no rump. Okay, so text no rump, white space. White space, probably can use this one. Use that in our button. We're gonna place it here. And let's try to go back. Should be working. Alright. So I think this is overlapping. If are we going to remove that just to leave them openly flexible? We're gonna remove this. And here, where is the other one? Mix. The button should be here. Move. Okay. So I think that's the solution. We are going just to remove this width and here simply like that. Go back and refresh. All right. So I think this is fine. And then the next one is we're going to add functions to this. It's the same way what we did on our newsletter form. Let's go back here, and here we're gonna say constant on submit form async. I'm gonna add async. It's the same event any. Then constant data is equal to new form data event target as any. Let object is equal to as any. Oops. Should I? As any. And then let's use a for. Let k value of data. And then object k is equal to value. And the next one will be we're going to run our backend integration. So let's try to look at here. So right now we added this newsletter in our previous part of this session. Now we're going to duplicate this line and just copy it and put it somewhere here. And then this is the backend, and my next short course we're going to take up these things. So now I just show you slightly what was going on with this backend integration. So we're gonna say backend stack, and here it's the same thing. It's just something like a newsletter. If the only problem here, if the customer are in a sign in stage, or I mean it is currently logged onto that certain account, but in our demonstration I think we're just going to take up first about the unlog in account to this functionality. So what we're gonna do here is the same mutation, and then we're going to change this tags as back in stack. Save. And then that's it. So we're gonna run this this is, we are in a node, so we're gonna say index run and go back here. So now we're going to use the fetch method, fetch promise method. So we're gonna say fetch our backend URL to the localhost 3001 slash backend stack, and then say method, and then post, say body, so JSON stringify object header, then content, string content type application JSON, and then here say then data, so here console log data, save. And then this is the form. We're going to run this out. We're gonna say on submit, call that function submit form. I think what I missed here, I'm going to use event prevent, so it will not refresh the site, prevent default, save. So let's go back in our preview, and here if I were going to send this like notify, and in our console, what's the response? Back in stock. Okay, I think it is responding. Let's go back here. Where is that? Hold on, in our backend. Okay, so I think this is the one. Now I think what is the missing part is that I think we have to transform this into JSON, so we see exactly the exact response from the server. Response dot JSON. Then data, say console log data, save. Rebuild. So go back here. So if I were going to, I think it's not yet refresh. Is this really build? Okay. So if I were going to send a request notify, now I got this response from the server that says there's an error, which is somewhere like an email is already oh sorry, it seems like it's a different, an email address is required to set this email. Okay, so there's something wrong from our form, so I think I forgot to add an attribute with that input and say uh, email, save. Go back here, notify. Now there's a response. Error is email has already been taken. So let's try to go back in our, oh sorry, in our store. We're gonna remove that customer just to make it sure that it is sending well. Delete. And then let's try to send it this again. Go back. Data. Okay, so there's no error anymore. So once there's no error, so it seems that it is successfully sent. So we're gonna refresh this. And here it is. So that's it. Then here what we're gonna do is to add another use state. We're gonna say constant if error user, oh sorry, if error found, set error found, so equal to use state, say post as boolean. It's the same way what we did on our previous part of this session, but I think we don't import that React first. Say use state from React, and then here we are going to place. Okay, so we can just copy the previous one for use later. Where is that? I'm gonna close this. Use later. So it's better to copy this just to make it easy to do these things. Back here. So we are going to place it inside on the form. So it should be somewhere down on our, we're gonna place this down to here. Okay. Put it somewhere like there. But I don't have this access. Okay, so here we're gonna do, just copy the one that we have in our previous part of this session, and copy it here, save, and then I think the condition will be the same, so just copy that and put it somewhere here. Data any, okay, this will be any as any. Then you should place in within a capsulation like that. Save. Now let's go back here. If are we going to notify send request, and this is the error. And if we're going to remove that here, delete, and go back here, then notify. All right, so I think that's working well. And I think the one that we are going to move this functionality, like if this person is currently logged onto that store, then there will be the different setup. So it's no longer asking for to enter the email address, but I think we can only do this in our backend integration short course, because I think we need additional work with our customer registration form. So I think that's the one thing, like we're going to add a more mutation in how we're going to update a certain account. So right now we cannot we can create although, but it would be great if we can going to put it into a proper forum for this uh, kind of the requirements for the store. So I think what is missing here, we're going to integrate this account into our native marketing. So probably you might know about the marketing tools like a CloudView, or I don't know, somewhere other tools that most popular that what you know. But for me, I would like to introduce you the most native functionality when in terms of marketing tools. So we have here in Shopify that they already added the marketing tools, but most of the time the clients they doesn't know about this, and probably the developers as well. So right now I'm going to introduce you how we are going to integrate our back-end functionality into marketing native marketing functions. So here right now we're gonna check if this account, or I mean this email is been tagged for backend. So you see here that's already been tagged as a backend stack. And then what we're gonna do with this is we're going to create a segment. And before we are going to create that, I'm gonna show you what's the steps in creating a marketing uh, template for the backend. So here we're gonna do here is to create a campaign, and then select the Shopify email, and there is already a template like looks what back in stock like a product restock. So we're gonna choose this template and then select, and then here is the template, and I think we are going to build our own segment to certainly apply this template into the subscriber. And I think what we used to have is the back in stock tagging into a customer. So I think we're going back to our, let's try to look at in our customer accounts. Now we're going to create a segment here. So what we're gonna do is to create a template, but I think we didn't add it yet. Okay, so what we have to do here is to create our own. We're gonna say we're gonna create a filter. So if the customer tag, like if there is a contain exact back in stock word, then we're gonna apply that. Then here we're going to save this segment, and we're gonna name it as back in stock, and save and return. And here we are. Let's go back in our, it says that Shopify email is not available for the store. Okay, so this is what will happen because we are running our store in development environment. So I think the Shopify email is not available, but I'm gonna show you these few steps that how you are going to apply this marketing native marketing into your backend stock functionality. So here, although this is just a prompt and just ignore it. So we're gonna do here is say let's try to check this one. So there is also a way how you can generate your subjects in your email. You're gonna say we're gonna playful, or we're gonna say okay, just try to generate it, and then it will provide you few suggestions. Like you're gonna select that one, so we're gonna copy, and here we're going to use personalization for this object. Like you're gonna say name, and say hi, then like that. Then let's try. You can also add the sections. And right now, since that the Shopify email will be only available in a subscriptive plan, and since that we are in a development environment, then we cannot do that for now. So, but we can still test it here. You can try to test it like right now. If I'm going to check on my email, I'm gonna say okay. So let's go back here. If I were going to send it, then I will expect that there will be this template arrived into my inbox. All right, so here gonna test that into my email. Send. Your store is black and can send this email contact. Okay, so it seems like we could not test it in our development development environment. So this is the way how you're going to create your template, and it just keep into draft because this is not acceptable in our environment development store. So we're gonna exit this out, and I think that would be the process on how you're going to use this marketing. And I think hoping this video help you to work in your own backend functionality for the hydrogen app. And I think that's all for this video, and we're going to move forward with another part of this session, which is the another functionality that we can add to this product page, where is the pre-order functions. I think that's it for now, and looking forward to see each other again. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.